Hi everyone, we're going to run through the first 6 moves of blue belt pattern Joong-Gun today, 32 movements. Alright, we'll do the first 6 moves and I'll explain them in a little bit of detail. I'll help you to perform them whenever you're training at home. Alright, and if you're a student of colours martial arts or any of our associated schools, watch this, learn this, practice it, film it, alright, and send a video over back to me, and we'll talk you through it and give you a little bit of tuition. Alright. Now Joong-Gun was named after the patriot An Joong-Gun, alright, who assassinated a man called Hirobumi Ito, thereabouts with the pronunciation. Alright. And that he was the first Japanese Governor General of Korea. Alright, so he came to Korea on behalf of Japan. The Japanese government sent him over to try and take control of Korea. And he was known as the man who played the leading part in the Korea-Japan merger, which of course the Koreans weren't happy about because they wanted independence. And An Joong-Gun, who was a fighter for independence, he tracked Hirobumi Ito down at a train station and shot him. Alright, and he therefore got sent to prison. He was assassinated in the Lewisham prison in 1910, and he was 32 years old when he was assassinated, when he was murdered for his crime, or what the Japanese thought was a crime. That's where we get 32 movements of the pattern from. So Joong-Gun starts in a slightly different way to all of the others. Alright, it starts with your feet closed, alright, closed stance, mowasogi. Your hands, you take them and form them the same way as you do for the start of Hwonyoto, and you pop them down. So you rest them just here in front of the knot of your belt, alright, lower abdomen, umbilicus, that sort of line, 15 centimetres roughly away from your body. Alright, so from here, Junbi, ready position, alright, closed, ready stance, B, this is called Mowa Junbi B. The first movement, we take a step to our left and we perform a middle block, so it comes to shoulder high, with the Taekwon-Do, which is the reverse knife hand. And we perform that in L stance. Alright, so similar to how you hit your middle block in Chonji, in L stance, we open up this hand, tuck the thumb away, because that's what you're using to block it, and drop it down slightly so that your fingertips are in line with your shoulder. Alright, and as we say, in L stance. So the first thing you need to practice is springing and moving, neutral position with the hands, relax, hands lift, elbows come down, this hand extends forwards slightly and then it swings across. Right. Springing and blocking, springing and blocking. And as always, whenever we're moving into our stance, this foot is turned 15 degrees so that we can push the heel back a little bit to aid the hips and throw the body to generate some good power. So push this heel back, there, 15 degrees, so we hit that half facing position, not side on, not full facing, half facing. Right. And again, it's really important that you tuck that thumb away. So there's our normal Songkal, our normal knife hand. Songkal Dung is the same, but the thumb is moved across. Not too far, maybe just so that it's underneath the middle finger, away from this edge of the hand here, because that's what we use to block. And as always, the best way to check the effectiveness of this is to ask someone to come forwards and punch you, and you block with your Taekwon-Do, your reverse knife hand. Sat nicely over that back leg, alright, nice and upright. And once more, move number 1, spring and block. A little too much for me there. Small bend of here, big bend of this one. Alright, let's do it facing this way. Spring and block. Upright. Sometimes I've got a bad habit of sticking the bum out, so you've got to tilt and remain upright. Centre of the shoulder. Alright. Following that, we lift the front leg and we perform a low snap kick. So a snap kick that comes only to belt high, not solar plexus high. Here, block. This foot's going to kick. This foot will maintain its positioning here. So we deem this a front side kick, a yopap chagi, because it's not front, it's side. So from there, pulling this leg back, tucking it up as you lift the knee and kick it out this way, keeping the hands in the same position that they were in before. Hi darling. What do you want? You want some attention? I'll give you some in a minute. Here. Tuck that foot back. Tuck it. And then kick it belt high. Ball of the foot forwards. Kick it. After that, pop it down roughly a shoulder width away from where it's from this back foot. Kick it, pop it down, bend your knees as you land, then start to step forwards, and we're going to hit a new stance which is called Dwit Balsogi, rear foot stance. She's gone. So, 1, 2, bending this knee slightly, step down and spring. We're going to step forwards and put the ball of the foot down in front of the left foot. Alright, just practice that initially. Put the ball of the foot down in front of the left foot. And when we step down in this stance, 90% of the weight is over the rear leg. So you don't want to come crashing forwards. You keep your head over your back foot and you just drop the weight sharply, right, 90% on this back leg. So you should be able to lift this one and it not affect you too much. Alright, so we've got this Joong-Gun, that chagi, pop it down shoulder wide from your standing foot, bend the knees, step forwards and pop the ball of the foot down. Alright, that's the best way that I'd recommend you to start training it. Right, so kick, left foot down, right foot forwards. Kick, left foot down, right foot forwards. Kick, left foot down, right foot forwards. Once you've got that, you can start to add in the block. Alright, so this is an Oleo Sombadak Maki, an upward palm block. So we kick this foot down, this foot forwards. As this foot comes down, bring these hands to the chest, neutral. As your feet cross, make a circular movement with your blocking hand and then pull it up as you sit back into your Dwit Balsogi. Alright, a nice relaxed palm, not a knife hand, nice and relaxed. This way. So let me show you this way. 1, 2, step down, circle around, and palm comes up as you drop into your Dwit Balsogi. Kick, spring the knees, circle the hands, and up we come. Kick, spring the knees, neutral with the hands, feet cross, circle, and up. Relaxed palm angled in slightly. So as you're stepping, this foot isn't straight forwards, it's at a 25-degree angle. And this hand follows that. So it's not right in front of here. I feel tension that's unnatural. It just sits here. So it does sit in front of the body, not in front of the shoulder. Alright? This way. Alright. My biggest advice for this is to keep the knees springy. Alright? Don't step, straighten, and then try and stay straight as you perform the Oleo Sombadak. Spring the knees, up with the body, up with the hands, and drop. That's the bit that must be rapid. The encyclopedia specifies a circular motion. Well, a lot of people make the mistake of coming back and forwards. Back and forwards. It must circle. And a good way to train that is to get up against a wall where you can't go back and forwards. If I go back and forwards, I smack my hand. Just got to circle around. Circle around. Nice and smooth, nice and springy. Once you've got that, you rotate and do the same on the other side. Okay. So we've got 1, 2, 3. This foot's going to travel in a big curve to become the front leg of your L stance. Spring. Ooh, sorry, let me try that again. Spring. Walk this way. Right, left L stance, weight over that back leg. Joong-Gun. Thumb tucked away. Side front kick to belt height. Spring the knees as you step down. Start to step forwards with your left. Start creating that circle. And up it comes. Olio Sombadak, upward palm block. This way. That's a useful exercise to do as well, is just drop the body, this hand comes back, this hand comes up. Right. Quickly watching my demonstration back there. I'm not turning my foot and angling my hand as much as I should. Alright, make sure you are angling that foot across 25 degrees and this hand comes across, not straight in front, across. So as you step, turn the body, and keep that weight predominantly on the rear leg. Alright, 90% on here for rear foot stance. Your thumb relaxed, next to the hand. Up at solar plexus height. Circle round, come across the body at your solar plexus height. Okay? So that's section 1, and that's the section that I'd ask you to focus on first. Right, before you move on to anything else, get those 6 moves sussed. And as I say before, if you're a student of mine, keep sending videos through and I'll help you adjust and correct anything that needs correcting. Alright, spring. From here, the left leg comes across, neutral, raise the hands for your Sonkal Devi Maki, your L stance knife hand guarding block. This left foot will come across and block. Next up, you travel to walking stance, where you transition to walking stance, and we're going to throw an upper elbow strike, a wee palkap tarigi. Adjust your stance by shifting your weight back, get your balance, and then push forwards to that longer and wider walking stance. We need to see the clear difference between the two. So from there, balance, neutral position with the hands. Bring your body weight back, inflate and start to push forwards. And let this elbow come low to high in front of this shoulder up here. This rips back to the hip. Spring. Sorry, it's here, isn't it? Spring. And up. Balance. Neutral. Prepare. And hit. and then you step forwards and perform those same 2 movements again. Alright? Your Sonkel Debi Maki, then your Wee Palkup Tairigi, upper elbow strike. So that's what I'd ask you to focus on first for pattern Joong-Gun To. Right, it's a pattern that requires a lot of patience because there are lots of occasions where we change from one stance to another. Out stance to walking stance and back again. And that requires a retraction of your weight, pull your weight back to get your balance, and then forwards again. Lots of stance changes. Alright, it's a lovely pattern. It's Mr. McKenna's favourite pattern, and I quite like it too. Patient, technical pattern, so take your time with it. And as always, any help that's needed, let me know, or I'd be more than happy. Alright, take one. Thanks everybody.